So Shadow's been a program of record since 2002. So we're primarily the RISTA, Reconnaissance Surveillance Target Acquisition Asset for Brigade Combat Team Commanders. We also have Shadows in Special Forces groups. We have them with the Ranger Regiment. We have one in the 101st Cab. They're also found in the Navy, within the Marine Corps, within their VMUs. And we also have two systems with our allied forces with the Australian Defense Forces. And most recently they just returned from Afghanistan this past fall. So that's where I'm responsible for those 117 systems, sustaining those 117 systems around the world. The system that you see in front of you today is the V2. So it's a block upgrade. It's the next iteration of our Shadow system, and we're going to be fielding that beginning in earnest to the Army in January of 15. We're getting ready to undergo our operational test for this system this May at NIE 14-2. Over the last 10 years, what Jason and his team has done a great job of is responding to the needs of the warfighter, right? And so when we do that, we used a lot of OCO dollars to provide upgrades to the system, such as a better engine or a bigger wing, or better avionics or an improved payload. But what that does, unfortunately, is creates different configurations. And so when I got here in 2011, I think there were 16 different configurations of the Shadow in the fleet. I think we've reduced that now down to 9. So one of the things that we're doing with the V2, besides some of the capability upgrades, is we're baselining the system. So all those upgrades I just talked about, all the systems will have those upgrades. As I mentioned, I'm going to operational test at NIE at White Sands Missile Range in May, and so we're very excited about that. So once we successfully complete that operational test and then go through some of the material release approvals, we'll begin fielding in earnest to the Army in January of 15. We fielded the first system to our test unit, which is 21AD. They're at Fort Bliss, and they're kind of going through their build-up right now, going through their training, their collective training, making sure their crews are certified to get ready to go to operational tests. So we're very involved with them, very engaged with that effort, and we're excited about that attempt to go through the operational test.
Is the Marine Corps still working to weaponize theirs?
Yes, they are.
Where does that stand right now?
So we're actually, it's good that you asked that. So we're right now out at Dugway Proving Grounds, and we're going through some tests to drop the munition out there. So we're going to go through some inert drops and then culminating with a live drop the end of this month and the first part of March.
Excellent. Is there any Army interest in weaponizing the Shadow?
Well, of course there's interest, but Army hasn't written a requirement to do so, right?